The level 91 Sword Trial, featuring Earth Fiend Deity in Phase 1 and Nameless General in Phase 2, is coming to the global server soon. Here's a full breakdown of the mechanics and how to unlock all boss talents. Let's start with Phase 1, Earth Fiend Deity. This fight revolves around 3 rocks that spawn periodically. Each rock has 3 states. Green means intact, yellow means it has been damaged once, red means it's about to explode and deal raid-wide damage. If 2 rocks explode at the same time or in quick succession, it will almost certainly result in a team wipe. Managing these rocks properly is the core of the fight. Mechanic 1. Charge. The boss targets a player and rolls toward them. You can stand behind a rock and let the boss crash into it. This damages the rock and stuns the boss for a few seconds. If you do not want to damage the rock, you can spam parry to deflect the charge instead. Talent conditions. Talent 1-1 requires you to have the boss successfully crash into a rock. Talent 1-2 requires you to parry 10 times during a single charge sequence. Talent 1-3 requires the entire team to avoid getting hit and to avoid triggering this mechanic twice in a row. This cannot be completed in AI assist mode. There are 2 ways to complete Talent 1-3. You can either always let the boss crash into a rock or deplete the boss's key bar immediately after the first charge so it does not repeat. Mechanic 2. Sandstorm. 2 players and 1 rock will be marked with a gold circle that explodes after a short delay. If a marked player stands near a rock when it explodes, the rock will take damage. Use this mechanic carefully to control rock states without over-damaging them. Mechanic 3. Earthquake. Earthquake hits the entire arena multiple times and cannot be avoided directly. To avoid damage, stand on top of a rock. 2 players will also be marked with delayed explosions. These can damage rocks, so positioning matters. If you are targeted, you can triple jump at the right time to avoid damaging any rocks. Talent conditions. Talent 2-1 requires you to avoid all earthquake damage. Standing on rocks will handle this. Talent 2-2 requires you to be targeted with a gold circle and avoid damaging rocks. Triple jumping is the safest method. Talent 2-3 requires the entire team to avoid all earthquake damage and all explosion damage from teammates. This cannot be completed in AI assist mode. For Talent 2-3, coordination is key. Make sure there are 3 rocks available. Have the whole team stand on 1 safe green rock. The 2 targeted players should each move to a different empty rock. After the explosions, if a rock turns red, quickly move back to a safe one. Mechanic 4. Sand Slash. The boss targets a player with cone-shaped red attacks. This attack can damage rocks. The targeted player should aim it carefully, either toward a rock or away from rocks, depending on what the team needs. Mechanic 5. Yellow Sand. This is the most dangerous mechanic in Phase 1. The boss releases a massive arena-wide attack. All players must hide behind a rock to survive. Afterward, all rocks will turn red and explode. Before this happens, you must make sure there is exactly 1 rock left on the field. If multiple rocks remain, they will explode together and wipe the team. If there are no rocks, you will have nothing to hide behind and will also wipe. Use the earlier mechanics to carefully manage the rocks so you end up with exactly 1 remaining. Phase 2. Nameless General. This boss introduces a morale system. The boss's morale increases over time and also increases when players get hit by certain mechanics. Higher morale means stronger attacks. Some abilities also apply bleed stacks. If these stack too high, players can quickly lose health and die, so both positioning and healing are important. Mechanic 1. Charge Strike. The boss targets the farthest player. This attack hits twice and applies bleed. The wind-up is quite long, so it's easy to dodge if you're paying attention. Mechanic 2. Crushing Smash. The boss targets the tank with a large AoE circle and applies bleed stacks. Teammates should move into the circle to share the damage. The more players inside, the fewer bleed stacks each person receives. You can also use Soaring Spin right as the boss jumps to avoid gaining bleed stacks, while still sharing damage. Talent condition. Talent 1-3 requires that no one on the team reaches 3 or more bleed stacks. This cannot be completed in AI assist mode. To achieve this, make sure to dodge Charge Strike and always have at least 3 players share the damage during Crushing Smash. Mechanic 3. Lightning Strike. The boss marks players with red AoE zones. Simply dodge or deflect them. As the boss's morale increases, new mechanics are introduced. At the first threshold, the boss performs multiple sweeping attacks. Parry or dodge them. Getting hit increases morale. Avoiding all hits here will unlock talent 1-to-1. At the second threshold, the boss uses Thunder Strike. This deals heavy AoE damage. Move out of the gold circle and use defensive skills like Golden Body, Dragon's Breath, or blocking to reduce damage. When morale is full, the boss uses Spear Storm. This targets one player and creates a permanent lightning zone. The targeted player should move to the edge of the arena to avoid placing the lightning zone in inconvenient locations. The lightning zone deals continuous damage to anyone inside. Talent condition. Talent 1-to-2 requires you to avoid all lightning zone damage. Special mechanic, one-on-one duel. One player must volunteer to duel the boss. It's best to have a player with no bleed debuff enter the duel. During the duel, attacking and deflecting builds your morale. When your morale is full, the boss becomes weakened. If your morale drops to 0, it results in a team wipe. Meanwhile, the rest of the team must defeat enemies at the 4 corners and strike war drums to boost the duelist's morale gain. Talent conditions. Talent 2-to-1 requires you to personally win the duel. Talent 2-2 requires you to win the duel and deflect at least 5 attacks. Talent 2-3 requires the team to win the duel within 20 seconds. This is team-wide and does not require you to be the duelist. This cannot be completed in AI assist mode. And that's everything you need to know to clear the level 91 sword trial and unlock all boss talents. If you're interested in more CN to Global previews or upcoming content, feel free to stick around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.